Welcome back to Fishing with Vance. It's early morning. I got out here nice and early. It's right about 6 o'clock, about 10 to 6 on a beautiful May morning. Gonna get after these fish today. Last time, as you had just seen, if you just watched our most recent video, I was throwing this mustard tube and they couldn't stay off this thing. So we'll probably throw that again just to see if they stayed on that pattern. The weeds are really starting to come up now, so it makes it tougher to throw anything but plastics. I may try to throw that little shad wrap today in gaps and areas where there aren't weeds, but normally that just catches weeds. So we'll see what happens. Got my buddy Penner coming today. He's running a little late, and we'll see what happens. We'll be here for a few hours anyway, and we'll go from there. Thanks for joining me today on fishingwithvance.com. Out on the lake. What a gorgeous morning. That sunrise coming up. I got the mustard tube on. Let's see if they're still on this pattern. I'm just going to flip up on the back side of that edge and see if they're still hitting this. And funny how fishing is, you know, it goes day by day. That's what makes it cool. They don't hit the same thing every day. They don't want the same thing every day, which is kind of cool, because then you got to try to figure them out. But makes it kind of cool. So had a little bump when I first come out. I actually had a fish on for a crank or two, but he got off. But that's about it. So there's one. He was a little further away from the boat, and he's pulling like he's a good fish. Ah, that's a nice little guy. Oh, good fish to start. Love it. He was not all the way to those weeds though. He had come out a ways. So there we go, bass number one. Love it. All right, well, again, good sign. I'm gonna go ahead and drift this edge and see what we got here. Instead of fighting the motor. Temperature is a little cooler. It's a little cooler right now. It was colder yesterday. It only got into the, let's say, in the low 60s, maybe upper 50s, so the water temperature may have gone down a little bit, but I don't think, I'm hoping not enough to, you know, impact the bite too much here for May. Like I talked about in the past with this tube, it's not weedless, so you're gonna pull back a lot of weeds with it, but for me, I've pulled back a lot of fish with it too. So I know tubes are normally traditionally a smallmouth bait. But for me, it's been a great. Oh, there's another hit. Must be a little guy. For me, it's turned into a heck of a largemouth bait. You know, I used to fish this in the river for smallmouth. You know, the good old-fashioned green pumpkin tube a lot, and great. So let me pitch one more in here. I just launched there, so I'm always amazed that, you know, if I do a relatively quiet launch, that, you know, it doesn't take long for them to return. It really doesn't. All right, we'll come back to this. I'm gonna blast over to where I caught that trout the other day. If you were watching, let's see if anybody's home over there. I'll come back to you when I get there. FishingWithVance.com. There's my chair ready to go for my buddy Penner. Brought drinks today. We're set. Got a little cloud cover. It's gonna be a beautiful day on FishingWithVance.com. Right. There's a little bass up there. Little guy. So far, so good. Mustard tube pattern still appears to be intact. Fishing with Vance. Got myself a little bass up shallow. Pretty decent one, actually. It's a nice fish. Oh yeah. Good bass. I'll take it. Pretty decent one. Still the mustard tube. Gotta love it. FishingWithVance.com. That's bass number 4 already, so it would appear that mustard tube is still a good choice. That's a good choice. Oh, where's a fish? He was out a ways. That's bass number 5. Oh man, he was cruising up there. He was cruising. I was moving the boat, and he was cruising. So there we go. Get going, man. You want to come back in the boat with me? Ugh. All right. All right. How about over here at this point? I see a lot more weeds have come up on this side of the lake now. Oh, there's a big hit right there on the corner. Nice hit. I didn't get a good hook set on him. Yeah, and he got off. Yep. He smoked it. I wasn't ready. I was goofing off. As my old boss used to say, the great Rich. He used to say, what were you doing? It's dropping Wilbur. Shout out to you, Ras. You're the man. You're the man, Ras. I think this is a catfish.
What that fucking mean, though?
Oh my god, no, it's a big ass bass. Grab the net. I lift him, get him. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Penner, I was trying to free my lure.
I know. Oops. I don't want to.
I got it. Yeah, I got him.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Fishing with Vance. I thought it was a catfish. This is a horse.
I know.
Penner.
Yeah.
He smoked it in the weeds.
He smoked it in the weeds.
Oh my gosh. I gotta have my picture with this. Alright, thank you, buddy. Okay. Oh yeah. This is Fishing with Vance right here. That made it all worthwhile. See ya, girl.
You know what? And see, this is the same thing I say. Like.
Oh man, that made it all worthwhile.
Oh yeah.
Come see Daddy. Come on. Mustard Sally. It's this time of the year, buddy. This is that's why I throw this in May. Because I know when this water's gin clear like this, for whatever reason, every May, they start hitting this color. Now, July, they won't touch this. They will not touch this. Alright guys, we'll come back with a quick update. Vance has 10 bass in the boat already because it's Mustad Sally season. All I'm doing here, let me hold this out a little bit. I'm going to tie one off for my man Penner. I get these Arky lures. These are 1/16. I like the lighter jig head. And they're 1/16 ounce. Because I like a slow fall. And I'm just using the mustard tube, StrikeKing. They're salted to hell. They have a little bit of black and gold fleck in them. So what you do, you wet the tube, the jig head, shove it all the way up into the tube, and then just pop the top for the eyelet. And then we're just going to tie it on. I got plenty of thing. I'm going to put a polymer knot on. That's the strongest knot. So you bring it through, take it back through. Okay, so basically you're making a loop like this. Then you tie an overhand knot like that, and you bring the loop through the overhand knot. All right, and then you bring the lure through that loop. That's a polymer knot. And so then you cinch that whole thing down. That is the strongest knot there is, according to Knot Wars, anyway.
According to Vance.
Well,
he's caught 10 fucking bass already.
Knot Wars. There's clippers. And we're just gonna trim the tag in off of this. And that's it. This thing is gonna fall and it's gonna spiral. Look here for a second, Penner. When it falls in the water, it has this spiral. And it makes it, when you just do that, it makes it look like a dying fish just spiraling down. See them spiraling?
Yeah. That's
and
nice.
They obviously can't resist it. So the bad thing, the good thing is you get a lot of good hookups because you got exposed hook and you don't miss a lot of fish. The bad thing is it's not weedless, so you're going to catch a lot of weeds.
Okay.
But
You
got to be patient, let it fall, because you're probably going to get them on an initial fall.
Okay.
Because that's you know, after you start jigging it, you just end up with a jig full of weeds, so to speak.
Boy, Vance knows his shit.
So there's Penner, first pitch up there. This looks like a pretty decent bass. It is.
Yeah.
Well done.
My boy is the man, the myth, the legend.
Mustard Sally. Well, he got a fresh salty. Nice fish,
He
buddy.
knows his shit.
Good fish.
You guys, thank you.
Well done.
You did that exactly how you said. Fish was so fucking big.
Right to the base of that. Right to the base of that tree. Beautiful.
You get one?
No. Almost killed myself.
I think I got one.
Could be. Yeah, you do. Yes, sir. Right to the base of the tree, baby. Come in and join us in the boat. Yes.
I pounded it just like you.
Vision Advance again. Left my camera on like a cock knock. And Penner with bass number 2 on the Mustad Sally.
The ring of.
You need pliers, buddy?
Yeah, I just didn't want to fucking knock my pole off.
Good fish, buddy. He was at the base of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Good catch.
Want to try another one under that?
There you go. You can go out here in this little pocket.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Sometimes Mike on a tube, he would catch them all not on the shore, because this gets real deep in here.
Yeah,
He would catch a shit ton in here, letting them fall real deep. Big fish too. I once caught a catfish on a tube.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you
And
said.
I once caught a bass on a tube too.
My boy's there, right there.
You let me have it. I told you, take them.
My boy has 11 in the boat.
I told you have that one.
No, but we're a team, man. I just got one, you get one. It don't make a difference to me.
This is too fun.
Oh, this is heaven. And then
Oh, it's a good fish, I think, or it's a big mouthful of weeds. It's a mouthful of weeds.
it's a fish. It's not a bad little guy.
Well, he hit it like he was badass. Thank you, little man. Man, did he hit that aggressive. And that's number 11. All right, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's a fish full of weeds, but oh.
A real nice fish. So I learned.
See what happened? I brought that back and he was laying against the back wall.
Right.
So as soon as it got there, bam. Want to hear that again?
There we go.
Bam. He was up where I went to school on you that time.
Let me see him. I'll take 40 of those a day.
Oh yeah, they're fun. He was right up on that line.
So 13, that's a Dave Concepcion. Wasn't he 13?
Fishing with Vance. I was screwing around talking to my man, and this guy was up under there sunning himself, and that's a decent bass.
Nice bass.
That is a decent one.
Yes.
He's chubby. He's got coon and fox written all over him.
He's got Petter's belly on there.
Look at that, guys. He's one of the better ones.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, real nice. For number 17, that's the Brian Sipe. Fish on. All right, guys. I'm coming back to you right now. I wish we had some of the mustard he brings me. We dip some chips in that. It was good the other day.
Yeah.
Instead, we're having some Miller High Life with my main man right here.
Well,
Love you, buddy. We're having fun.
I love you. I'm with the man, the myth, the legend, Vance. Pounding the beer, or he's pounding the bass today. Now we're just having a
Celebratory beer.
Number 19 bass in the boat.
Love it.
19.
Good times. Fishingwithvance.com. Look at that in the background. I know all my viewers are going, dude, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, they don't know it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Now they do.
Does it have big red eyes?
Yeah.
What?
Fishing with Vance. Right side, strong side. I got my camera on. Look at the ultralight with a bend.
With a band.
Let's see him. This looks like a nice fish.
Nah, he's caught the weeds, but
He's fish full of dollars. Give me a jump. Oh yeah, nice job, buddy.
not a bad one.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
A good one.
What'd you get him on?
Mustard too. Mustard Sally.
Yes.
Oh, that almost went through his eye.
Nice job. Love it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bass.
Gotta love it.
I'll give you your kiss like I always do.
He gone.
On the weed line.
Little chartreuse pepper action.
Billy Chartreuse Presper.
Uh-huh. Who you fishing with?
Fishingwithvance.com.
That's bass number 6. That's LeBron James right there, Miami Heat.
Look, I just did that.
He's
I don't
fun.
know if your motor was in the way.
Fishing with Vance. This is bass number 20 for me. All in the mustard tube. It's our last one. We've gone through them. No, they've been chewed up. We've lost a few. That's fun. But right now I'm penetrating that chartreuse pepper, and it's doing well too. But that was bass number 20 for me. Penner now has 8. And so we were sitting at 28. We were only 2 fish away from hitting the 30 marker. And I think we got to stay till we do it. So we're having a good time, aren't you, Penner?
Fishing with Vance. How can I not have a good time?
Thanks, buddy. These tubes this time of year, man, it's just insane. The light colored tubes in the clear water. It's just a great time. But let's get back after some fishing. Having a blast on Fishing with Vance.
.com. Yeah.
Who you fishing with?
Fishingwithvance.com. Hey.